Hello. I know I said I wasn't going to come on, but my daughter messaged me and said, she goes, Mum, don't worry about your stream. You go on your stream. I've made arrangements for myself to get home. So she's at home. Hello, she's home. So I did decide that I wasn't going to go on. I said to her when she said to me about being picked up from home, from the train station, I said, look, I probably could do with a night off. So I put on the tab. I wasn't going to be on, and then here I am. So surprise. Yes, in lockdown again. So, yeah, it's funny. I predicted it this morning. I predicted it a few weeks ago. And ironically, this is the best bit. I spent most of Monday filling out a form for special consideration because I've objected to going back to face-to-face classes with the uncertainty of lockdowns. And I wrote out this big thing about why I felt that I shouldn't have to go to uni, go face-to-face and special consideration. And one of my last, I said, I cannot guarantee that there will not be more lockdowns. And guess what? My special consideration got approved today. And by tonight, we've got a 7-day lockdown. And it's like, I wasted all of that time on this documentation, and we've got to go online anyway. So I think I might put one in for the rest of the year and hedge my bets because that way I'm covered. I was really tired yesterday. Today I didn't do a lot of what I wanted to do. But I felt good. I had a really good singing lesson. I'm actually going to compile a blooper reel of my singing lessons because I've got to keep a portfolio of my progress. And something happened today, and I said to my singing teacher, I said, "Oh, that's going to go on the blooper reel," because I said to him that I was overthinking, and he goes, "You're a singer. Singers don't think, they sing." So anyway, and then by the time I got home, we found out we were going into lockdown. The thing is that it started from 8 p.m. tonight, and I don't know, 7 days. I guess it's next Thursday. Means I don't get to work tomorrow, which means no work, no pay. I just can't win at the moment. However, the school that has caused the lockdown, or what I shouldn't say caused it, but the positive case came from my area, and our church has been asked. There's 10,000 people. Don't jinx it again. There are 10,000 people that are deemed as close contacts to the school, and our church has been asked by the council to oversee the delivery of food packages and food parcels to everybody isolating. There's 10,000 people in compulsory isolation from this one outbreak. It's a big outbreak. I mean, sorry, there's 3 cases, but because it's contact tracing of 10,000 people, and they're spread out, they just want to try and get on top of it. I have no doubt there'll be more cases tomorrow. Don't jinx it again. Well, you know. Well, what I did discover is that going back to uni full time is that I don't like being around lots of people. I did discover that. It was very uncomfortable, very hard. I don't think New South Wales got JobKeeper. They better know that. I mean, to be fair, I cannot see New South Wales coming out of lockdown anytime soon. What I did notice was that the Australian Treasurer changed his whole outlook on the lockdown. I had to laugh, but I had to also comment. Let me just find it for you. So yeah, so it means I'm actually home next week when Christo goes to court. Believe it or not. It's funny how these things work out, isn't it? So the other thing, surprise. Yeah, I was actually. I was. I thought, what am I going to do tonight? Oh, yeah, I'll just go on stream. I've got something to show you related to Katie Joy, but that's about all. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Oh, blue eyes, baby's got blue eyes. All right, listen to this. This is Frydenberg. Now, I was highly offended. How's this for a change of tune? With the announcement of lockdown number 6, I would actually argue, are you pro or anti-lockdown? I don't know what to think anymore. I'm pro-lockdown. Well, Vedandra, one thing that we've learned about the Delta variant is that you need to go hard and fast. New South Wales dilly-dallied, and they're going to be locked down for a long time yet. Look, and the thing is, Vedandra, if people are ill, they're not going to spend money in the economy anyway. So this is what he says. With the announcement of lockdown number 6, I would actually argue it's 5.1 because technically we were only on eased restrictions. If you remember, we couldn't have anyone in our houses. So we didn't actually technically come out of we were coming out of a lockdown. We've just gone back in. But anyway, this is an incredibly tough time for Victorians, families and businesses. We've been through this before and we can get through it again. Please stay safe, strong, and look out for one another. This is the treasurer. I also saw the Victorian treasurer was calling for a lockdown this morning. 5 times more expensive, this gold standard approach you were heavily promoting until 2 days ago. Not good. Not a very good treasurer, are you? He said, no doubt Victoria's made improvements after the devastating second wave, but New South Wales is the gold standard because they haven't had a statewide lockdown, even though they've had clusters of cases in the northern beaches. Did you rumour that FJ has proof that no, I didn't. No, I haven't seen the rumour. But I tell you what, if that is true, there is a lot of Braz has got a lot of explaining to do. I did notice though, Friendly Geordie's retweeted his Dan the Dictator video today. Someone else responded to Josh Frydenberg, says, no, we have been through it before, Josh. Not you. We have. I heard that he had. Really? Wow. Oh, here's the other thing I wanted to tell you. I did discover this. Pro for me, death sucks and the virus hit my house. Yeah, so I'm pro lockdown. I'll go lockdown every, Okay, so this is Friendly Geordies. In fact, I was going to do a video about this, but I didn't think I had time. But anyway, this is Justin Field, New South Wales. Hey, Friendly Geordies. Apparently, Gavis B reckons it's up to John Barilaro as to whether he uses public money for his defamation case. I'll redirect the question to the Deputy Premier, but I would have thought the Premier would wanted to rule this out. Interesting. So, well, if it's true, Brazzy's bye-bye. Hello, Kino. So for those of you just coming in, my state's gone into where we've just started a lockdown. So I wasn't coming on, but then I came on. I'm just waiting for this to load. Come on. So this is what he posed. Premier. So this was a question to the Premier. Use of public resources in defamation action against Jordan Shanks. Field Justin to the Special Minister of State, the Minister for the Public Service and Employee Relations, Aboriginal Affairs and the Arts representing the Premier. Has the Premier used to date any public money or resource, has the Deputy Premier used any public money or resources, including department or ministerial staff, in regards to his defamation action against Shanks? If so, what have been used? Will the Deputy Premier use any public money or resources, including departmental or ministerial staff, in regards to his defamation action against Jordan Shanks? Will any legal costs incurred by the Deputy Premier in regards to his defamation case against Jordan Shanks be paid or recovered from public monies? The answer from the Premier says this question would be better directed to the Deputy Premier. Why doesn't she say, no, he will not use public money? The people should be, people should be outraged by this. She has not ruled out public money being used by the Deputy Premier in a personal defamation case because he didn't like what somebody said about him. Because he didn't like what somebody said about him. So he's going to use public money. Public money. So then he's got here, so then we've got this one. Scott Morrison's close friend Brian Houston has just been charged with concealing child essay. Scott's so close with Brian, they even tried to invite him to the White House. How is Scott Morrison fit to lead after this? And then he's reshared his Dictator Dan video. It's difficult to see once the Sydney crisis has abated why there should not be a royal commission or commission of inquiry with full hearings into the New South Wales government's handling of the outbreak. Wow. So what do you reckon about what do you think about the question that the Premier answered, that it's up to the Deputy Premier to answer? Let's have a look. I'll just do a search to see whether... as I said, I've not seen anything. Tonight is barramundi with rosemeat and lemon chips, basically fish and chips. Yum. I actually ordered mine out. I Uber Eated mine. I really couldn't be bothered. I just went, oh, I got 5 days of cooking. I'll see out today. Sorry, 7 days at home. It's funny. I knew something was up though when I went to the supermarket this morning because I organised my groceries to be delivered tomorrow, but I'd forgotten some stuff, so I had to nick down to the shop. And I decided to, I went to Coles and all the toilet paper had gone. And I went, oh, well, we're going into lockdown. So that's how I know. That's how I knew. Short order cook, yes or no would have been more appropriate. I mean, a no would have been perfect. Well, I would have thought it would be misuse of public funds. I really would have funds for personal means. I mean, I know. Didn't this make a big song and dance that Porter was going to pay his own way? Like they made that a really big deal of the fact that Porter was using his own money and wouldn't be accessing public funds. I mean, he shouldn't be accessing public funds. Yeah, somebody must know, short order cook, what's going on, because I was, yeah. It seems remarkable that lizard brains, even though we are told we can show. I know, I don't understand what. The other thing is Tasmania is also on alert because somebody who had COVID from Sydney went into Tassie. So you've got WA that's got people isolating. You've got Tassie now with people isolating. You've got Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland locked down. South Australia's just come out of a lockdown. Can anyone see a problem here? Oh, well, you've had 2,000 positive cases. Wow. This is the thing, Kino and Mimor. So this is our second time. This is our second time with the Delta variant. It is deadly. It is deadly. Thank you, Gladys. I know. Hashtag thank you, Gladys. A 27-year-old died in New South Wales yesterday. I mean, that's just horrible. So that this is like nothing we've seen before. What lines? Wait on. What am I looking for? Can find. Can we build a? I think we need to build a wall. Well, the interesting thing is that it's Victoria. Thank you very much. We had it way down before they opened everything up. It's with this Delta. Yeah, the Delta variant is horrible. It's only takes seconds for it to infect somebody, which is why with 6 cases, 3 linked to a certain place. And this place last year had 170 cases. So they know that if they don't do something now and that gets to 170, with this Delta strain, we'll be looking at 200, 400, will be, yeah, it will be horrible. So we've got a 7-day lockdown just to try and break it. Plus it gives them time to contact trace and make sure that everyone's. But as I said, we're locked down. We know how to lock down. It's like, lock down? Yeah, I can lock down. I just wish they'd locked down before I'd spent all my time Monday writing out why I shouldn't have to do face-to-face learning. They are trying to track and trace 10,000 people. They're trying to track and trace 10,000 people. That's right. And that's why they've done it. We like to lock down. We like to lock down. We like to lock down. No, we don't like it. I do. Well, I do because I don't have to talk to people. I don't have to deal with people. And the other thing about lockdown is I don't have to worry about people getting too close to me, because that's my biggest thing at the moment is people getting too close to me. We do have QR codes in Victoria, Thomas. We do. You actually, a business can get fined $10,000 if they don't have a QR record. So there's lots of big fines. So that's what I've discovered. I don't like being around people. I'm happy in my own little world. So. Oh yeah, it's a fine. I mean, and the thing is, you're not supposed to have paper. What they also found is that they were having paper copies, and they don't like you having paper copies now either. Everything has to be on a computer. Oh, they're trying to. Oh wow. Mm. She had to wrangle a pony by herself as I watched them shout. Oh, wow. Shouted orders. Well, that's the only way to go, isn't it? Shouting orders over the fence and watching somebody struggle. No, I don't mean that. Anyway, I got to have, as I said, I got to have a face-to-face lesson. I actually haven't had a lesson for about 6 weeks due to sickness. My last lesson, my singing teacher told me to rest up, and I tell you what, it was a really good lesson. And yes, those videos will be going up because I've got to go onto my webpage. But and I said to him, yeah, I said to him, I think next week will be online. So one of the things I want to talk to you, I don't know whether any of you have, I mean, I know that we talked about Todd Chrisley and Without a Crystal Ball, but his latest podcast, I don't know if anyone's heard the excerpts from the latest podcast because he has gone to town. It would seem that he wants Katie Joy's sauce. He has an idea that it's Lindsay, and he has also told Katie Joy that Lindsay's not her friend. In the podcast, it is. And he has also said that he will be filing more, that she's got a preservation order at the moment. She's not allowed to delete anything. Cool. So I'm happy to play that for you if you'd like to hear it, because it is gold. It is absolute gold. He goes to town, and he even has a go at Todd for not having a job and not supporting his wife, which was funny. And she also copyright struck Roadhog as well. Oh, you want to hear it? Okay, we can hear it. All right, I'll grab it. Yeah, she copyright struck Roadhog, who has said he's going to fight it, and he wants to actually go. He's actually told her that he's going to drive his truck to Minnesota and go visit her, go to court. He's going to meet her at the courthouse. Well, I mean, the problem that she's got is she doesn't actually have, if she doesn't have the original because she's deleted it, she has a bit of trouble, because if somebody's done a screen recording of it, they could actually, it gets better every time. Technically, the person who did the recording could actually say it was their copy. So all right. So this is on Reddit. Tanya says it gets better each time. Roadhog can crash at my house on the way. Cool. This says, in this week's episode of Chrisley Confessions, Todd discusses the slanderous things Katie has said, Todd's failed music career, and his problematic record label, her best friend with Lindsay. Get your popcorn, friends. All right, you ready?
Yes, social media channel or Twitter.
Right, so let's go.
Now let's move on to Katie Joy, who is this wannabe uneducated blogger, who is, I've now understood, has been sued multiple times. And she has posted on her, I guess, social media channel or Twitter or whatever, that she is best friends with my daughter, Lindsay, and that she has spoken with Lindsay, and they've had this great relationship. Well, it's ironic that Katie Joy is the one who was writing all of these lies about the Chrisley family. And now she goes on her page or whatever this little thing is that she has, I think with 5,000 or 6,000 followers, whatever it is. And she goes on there and she talks about that she's basically best friends with Lindsay. And so now we're subpoenaing these phone records so that we can match up the phone numbers and the timing of the stories that were released to her so-called interactions with Lindsay. At the end of the day, the truth we already know.
They're subpoenaing the phone records. That, could you imagine? I would just love a subpoena of the phone and see what screenshots she's got.
Know what it is, because we're sitting on the messages that we have that have been screenshotted. And Katie, you know about these messages. You know about these messages, Katie. Katie Joy, you know about the messages.
It's like he's talking to her. Go, Katie Joy. Katie Joy, I know you've got the messages. I know you've read the messages. Don't try and hide it, Katie Joy.
Because you provided these messages to multiple people. So my advice would be that if you're claiming to be Lindsay's best friend and Lindsay's not responding to your statements of you being her best friend, then that means Lindsay's probably aware of the context of the messages that we have that were between the two of you and the conversations that you had. But regardless, you're going to get your opportunity because we are filing suit against Katie Joy. Now, I want to clear up what I'm seeing on Twitter. A lot of people are saying I don't see it filed in the state where Katie Joy resides because that's where Katie Joy made these slanderous statements. We are fully aware of how this lawsuit needs to be filed, and it is going to be filed correctly. We sent out a spoliation notice to Katie Joy. Her attorney has already responded, stating that his client would like to cooperate to the best of her ability and would be saving all communications and would not be destroying anything, and any channels that she has closed down, she still has access to the content, and that they would be more than willing to try to work this out with us. The only way this is going to be worked out, Katie Joy.
Now, this for me is the killer blow. This for me is the killer blow because he's actually giving her an out. Have a listen to what he said that she would need to do. Listen to what he says she's got to do if she doesn't want to get sued. Have a listen to this because this will be interesting.
Is you are going to do a retraction of the lies that you have told. You're going to identify your source of the lies that you've told. And once you do that, because here's the thing, folks, the law firm that we have, these are not drop shots. These are not people charging you $59 for you to give them to give you 15 minutes of their time. Katie Joy didn't have anything worth us going after. There is no money there. He
even says that she's got no money. So what he said is that she actually has to do a retraction and say that everything that she said about them is lies and give up the source. Now, we know that she will drop sources like anything. But how could you imagine her doing a retraction? That's a 4-hour episode of retraction. Anyway, we're not even at the best part yet. He could pull it. No, so he says she's got nothing. She's not worth it. She's got no money. Here we go. Now he's going to start about Todd.
There are no assets. So when Katie Joy talks about he's not going to come for me, understand this, Katie Joy. First of all, you're a psycho narcissist. Coming for you, darling. That one thing's for certain and two things are for sure. You can fucking count on Todd.
No way.
And I'm coming. So your attorney has responded to our attorney. We're now waiting on his response. I don't know if you hadn't paid him or whatever, because he's ignored the last two emails that Jonathan DeLuca has sent to him.
You haven't paid him. That's why she's been doing all those live streams. She's been needing to pay the lawyer.
So with that being said, I'm going to post all of these things that these lives that Katie Joy has, because I've got a team that's pulling together all of these videos that we had downloaded long. Katie started archiving.
He's been collecting videos. Can I turn up the volume? I don't think I can. Oh, I can a little bit. Sorry, short order cook. I'm laughing too hard. So he's already been collecting videos before they started disappearing. But he said archiving them, but we all know means disappearing. We all know that's what he means before they started disappearing. Now this has happened while she's been. This has been released, I think, overnight. So she's going to wake up to all of this. And don't forget, apparently we're all turning him against her. I don't think he needs any help.
Videos. Now, Katie's been going on her channel and cleaning things up. As you know, good to spring clean, darling, in the wintertime.
Don't spring clean in the wintertime. There is a quote.
We already had copied all your videos. We already had them. But I am grateful to the Twitter world and the Instagram world, because there is such a loathing for Katie Joy that they have made copies of these things and have bombarded our attorneys and us as well with this.
So people are sending stuff to them. So they've got everything. It sounds like a comedy to me.
This information. Now, I didn't know that Katie Joy's husband was named Todd and that he's a frustrated former, some kind of band player or something. I guess it didn't work out.
Well, obviously didn't work out for him. I've just had one of my children ask me to be quiet. I'm getting in trouble for being too loud.
Regardless of that, I received notification of that, and I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, since everyone is in the sue phase these days. Let's see here. That's right. Let me put my phones on so I can see who I'm talking to. So I received this notice the other day that tells me about Katie Joy's husband. And and it's titled "Without a Crystal Ball, Canis Dearest, Katie Joy." And it says, Katie Joy Paulson proudly shares her husband's newly released homemade music video containing footage of neo-Nazi symbolism. Now, folks, this is who you're dealing with. This is who we've been dealing with And yet she wants to get on her channel and cry. She wants to say she's being stalked and harassed. This woman has created notoriety in her own mind. Nobody gives a shit about Katie Joy Paulson.
Sorry,
No one cares about this woman. This woman is a non-entity. She's non-existing. She only exists.
Sorry, yeah, I decided it was a surprise stream. My daughter was able to get her way home without needing me. She didn't need me anymore. I was going to take the night off, but I thought this was too good. So I'm going to take that back. So he says she's a non-entity. Just take this back a little bit in her own mind.
Who you're dealing with. This is who we've been dealing with. And yet she wants to get on her channel and cry. She wants to say she's being stalked and harassed. This woman has created notoriety in her own mind. Nobody gives a shit about Katie Joy Paulson. No one cares about this woman. This woman is a non-entity. She's non-existent. She only exists in the realm of the 47,000 followers that she has on Instagram. That when I start posting my stuff, let's watch the numbers decline. When I tag all of her followers in these, so that they know what this woman has done to so many people, lying, trying to monetize her social media so she can get paid for the lies that she tells. And that's what I plan on doing. We're going to be tagging her followers so that they know this is the kind of person that she's following.
Wow.
Or that they're following. Now, this is an article that was sent to me that says that this homemade music video containing footage of neo-Nazi symbolism to her 114,000 subscribers. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not following neo-Nazis. I'm not following racists. If I am, I'm not aware of it. And if I am following someone and I'm not aware of it, that means they don't have the balls to stand up for what they claim that they are.
Oh, her Twitter. She's going to be so mad. She's going to be so mad. She'll be on the phone to her lawyer. Well, apparently, as Todd says, the lawyer hasn't responded. So be interesting to see what she says. And have you noticed, though, she hasn't spoken about Lindsay? Since she's not named drop Lindsay. Lindsay's may have told her to get my name out of your mouth. So he said he won't sue her if she does the retraction and give them the name of their source. Now, I'm assuming Lindsay's her source. Well, she's going to have to do something.
So I wanted to clear up because Katie wants to go around and act like she's got balls of steel. She wants to go on her social media and she wants to say, he's not going to sue me. You are being sued. Dare me. This is not a game of chicken. I don't have to sit out here and threaten you. It's coming. You've already been given notice of it. You've already gone on your social. You've already gone on your little whatever channel it is that you have, and you've already said you're willing to cooperate. You haven't cooperated yet.
Wow. Remember that was her live the other day when she mentioned that they had been cooperating. So he's watching her every move. She will snitch again. Plan to create. She will snitch. She will sing like a canary. She will sing like a canary. But the other part, not only does he want her source, though, he wants a retraction and an apology, a proper one. He doesn't want a fake apology. He wants a real apology. So we know I think that's going to be the sticking point. And I find it interesting that he says he's going to tag every one of her followers. Bus number 2 is coming. So she struck Roadhog, and Roadhog has said that he will, she's got 24 hours, otherwise he's going to sue her in Minnesota, and he's going to drive personally to Minnesota in his truck and file the paperwork himself. And he's not scared of her, so. And he's happy to fight her all the way to court. So Roadhog said that he's happy to deal with her. Dad had a canary. I named him Speedy because he was so twitchy. All right, we're not finished yet. This was a long part.
Because my attorneys would not be waiting on your attorney to respond if that were the case. Now understand, yes, there was family participation with Katie Joy. She's already acknowledged that. I've got it in text messages. I've got it where Katie Joy talks about that she and Lindsay discussed my sexuality and that Lindsay would not. Let me just read it to you. I'll go ahead and read it because, shit.
He's got everything. He has got everything. She did that on a video, remember? And apparently they've got someone's leaked the text messages. They've got hold of either Leslie's confessed and handed over everything and now doesn't want to maybe Leslie has spilt the beans. Lindsay spilt the beans and given them the phone because he's saying they've got all the text messages. That's what they're saying, is that they've got all the text messages. Somebody had to have given it. So if it's not Katie Joy, it has to be Lindsay. Oh, remind me to tell you what Rakita Law said about her as well, because he's had a go at her as well. Poor Katie, everybody's calling her out. Well, I'm wondering, Julianne, whether it's Lindsay that's done it. Whether Lindsay's thrown her under the bus. Because at the end of the day, your dad's your dad, right? Anyway.
Because I'm bored today, and
he's bored.
I want to make sure that I say.
You just said he's bored. This is obviously what he does when he's bored. Or Daddy pays for her phone. Yeah, well, that's true. Yes, I know. That's how I found out about it on T-Spiracy's video.
That she and Lindsay discussed my sexuality and that Lindsay would not. Let me just read it to you. I'll go ahead and read it because, shit's and giggles. I'm speaking of bored. Because I'm bored today and I want to make sure that I say everything correctly.
He's bored.
Okay, so here it is. On 6/10/2020, Lindsay refuses to discuss the rumors of her dad's sexuality. She gets really pissed about it. I've never ever heard her be supportive of the LGBTQ. Now, this is what Katie Joy Paulson is saying about Lindsay, that she's not supportive of the LGBTQ. Folks, does that sound like a best friend?
So he's got text messages that Katie to somebody where she's bagging Lindsay. I think he may be Katie off each other to see who spills first. There is a video where she talks about Todd Chrisley possibly being gay. I've seen the video. There was something about, she has done something about his sexuality. Hello, Sheena. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear about your fur baby. Well, we're having a bit of a laugh, so hopefully this will help.
And this individual comes back and says, wow, don't know much about that. I just believe Lindsay is out of her place. I get the impression that Lindsay is decent, but defending Kaylin makes her appear with blind, stupid, or in her likeness. Katie Joy responds, she's a nice person, but I don't know. She just pops off.
She's done. She is gone. So he's got lawsuits with somebody where Katie Joy is we use the word slagging off. Oh yeah, I'll have to do. Yeah, I did do an Aussie. I did do one when I first started my channel. I'll have to do another one by the looks of it. Slagging off. So she's got. So there is evidence of Katie Joy slagging off Lindsay. He's got them. Right, let's listen to that again. I'll take it back a little bit further. I just love it how he says he's bored. I'd hate to see what he does when he's not bored.
And this individual comes back and says, wow, don't know much about that. Just believe Lindsay is out of her place. I get the impression that Lindsay is decent, but defending Kaylin makes her appear with blind, stupid, or in her likeness. Katie Joy responds, she's a nice person, but I don't know. She just pops off easy.
So what if he's gay? Well, it doesn't matter.
It's mad if I criticize Kale, and I'm like, this is my job. I think today she's pissed because this could sink their podcast. Now, that doesn't sound like she's best friends with Lindsay. Katie, I don't want you as a best friend. The world doesn't want you as a best friend. Because best friends don't speak about their best friends the way you just spoke about my daughter. Now, you've gone and told that Lindsay was the leak, that Lindsay was the one providing you information about our family, that Lindsay was begging you to write these articles, to put these things on your YouTube. You've gone and told all of that information we're now sitting on, and your phone records are going to confirm the information that we have. So, if you truly, which I know the truth is something that you have no concept of, but I am not the bitch for you.
I'd hate to hear him when he's mad. Oh, the way he says it just makes me laugh. Yeah, I know it's a bit like that. The goose that laid the rotten golden eggs, Sheena.
I promise you, you are still in training. I am certified.
I'm going to take that back. I think he's...
So, if you truly, which I know the truth is something that you have no concept of, but I am not the bitch for you. I promise you, you are still in training. I am certified. Your lies end now. You will not write about the Chrisley family again with your lies, because I'm going to put you out of business. And in the course of me putting you out of business, I will save other families and other individuals out here that you have targeted in the reality realm of television, or just in television as a whole, so that you try to pay your power bills because your husband's failed music career did not provide enough to support you. So with that being said, come for me. I'm leaving my door open for you, Katie Joy Paulson, without a crystal ball. Come.
Without any crystal. Oh, gee whiz, he's had a go at Todd. Failed music career. Come from me. Oh.
So, with that being said, come for me. I'm leaving my door open for you, Katie Joy Paulson, without a crystal ball. Come for me. You're walking over, but you'll limp back. So, folks, that's my rant on Katie Joy Paulson,
That's
and
his
without
rant. That's his rant. I'll make you limp back. Oh, boy. So that is Todd Chrisley. That was Todd Chrisley's latest podcast. So what do you reckon? Do we need to watch out for some rants? A limping cage. He's not messing around, is he? He's not messing about. Oh, certified. I'm Go ahead, but you will pull back. Yeah. So, I mean, when I heard that, that was one reason why I thought I've got to come on live, because I thought it's because I heard it on I heard it on Teaspiracy, but even though I've heard it, that's the second time I've heard it, and I'm still picking up stuff. Yep, lockdown again. So yesterday she was all over Truth Sleuth. Go ahead. I know he was sort of telling her to go ahead and make his day, really. You think she'll keep her mouth shut? Well, I tell you what, I don't think anyone's spoken to her like that. I wonder if Saltsy's been in touch. Yep. Yeah, yep, 7-day lockdown. Okay, 7-day lockdown again. So we were saying before, it must be nearly time for the crying stream. The stream where she cries and talks about how she has to look after her son and all of that. Because you reckon she'll be on Insta? But he knows exactly. I mean, he's obviously watching her because he knows exactly how many people she's got on. He knows exactly how many people she's got on what platform. Well, he said they haven't served yet. They've actually asked for some information that they've not given. So I'm assuming that it's coming. Generally, yes, in Light and Love. For us, they do. Well, she complained about her son. Somebody posted on Twitter one of her. Oh. This is my girl. She's used the Chloe Blue liner from the Bratz collection. Anyway, that's my daughter, but anyway. I don't know why her subs are dropped. I mean, some people have stated that because she buys them. I can't make that decision. I can't say either way. What? Jenna Sweet Tea, what? In the Discord? I'm missing some stuff here. Yeah, so that's my girl. I did ask her whether she would come on and do a skincare segment. She hasn't said no, and she hasn't said yes. You're not in Discord. Okay. Do you want to be in Discord? So I have asked. Yes. What's happened? Oh, thank you, cheap glass. Discord. I don't know. I say that they can't say Discord in a chat. Really? Why is that? You think the word's been deleted? I've heard that people have said. I've not seen any. I don't know. Just seems. So let's have a look at her. Oh, are they? They're having some dispute? Okay. Oh, are they? That wouldn't surprise me. Okay, that's fine. I didn't know. I'm not aware of that. T-shirt in. Okay. Cool. I'll have a look. My computer is not very happy at the moment. To be honest with you, it is not very happy at all. I'm certified. Come for me. Yes. I'm certified. Come for me. Oh. Okay. It can be said but not written in chats. Well, oh, I'm gonna have that. Here we go. All right, have a look at this. Discord, Jenna Sweet Tea. You can't write it down. There you go. The fox just came up with that. Yes, I know. I've got it. It says, I'm certified. There we go. I have a week to find clips to show how to repair computers. So I've got a week. I've got a week to work out how to make t-shirts, right? I need that shirt in baby blue, please. Well, I've got a week. I'm in lockdown now, so I've got a week to learn. I think I just need to get the iron-on vinyl, I think, and I could do it. I think I could do it. So there you go. All right. Now, whose other Twitter did I say? There was somebody I said, remind me to show you somebody else's Twitter, and I can't remember whose Twitter it was. Or have I done it? I can't remember whose Twitter it was that I said, remind me, but can't remember. So I'm doing really good. And it's interesting because I had my planner all looking beautiful this week, and the whole thing has just been messed up with the lockdown. Oh, boy. Oh, yes, Rakito, that's right. Because he actually says something about Katie Joy. Believe it or not. She's not having a very good time at the moment. Everybody's saying stuff about them. Oh, has she already? All right. Just looking at it. Because somebody says something about Katie Joy, of course, and he goes, he doesn't have a nice word to say about her, which I thought was really interesting. Of Uncle Arthur on Bewitched, yes. Well, that's actually interesting. So she's tweeted. Let's have a look. I can't find him. She's early. Maybe she's had somebody contact her and tell her to listen to the podcast. You're right. She just uses. I'm just trying to find it. I had it here before. I had it here before. This is what happens when you don't plan what you want to do. You just go off the cuff. So which Katie Joy account has she tweeted on? She's heard it. She's heard it. She's heard it. She says, OMG, my husband is not a neo-Nazi. This podcast is like listening to the other lawsuit with people inserting their false narrative about us. Norse mythology is not Nazi. Please stop using sources made up of people who lie and spread ridiculous rumors about me and my hubby. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, well, now you know what it's like, Katie Joy. She's listened to the podcast. Oh, wow. Now she's now blaming everybody else for what he is saying about her, even though he has stated that he has got evidence. He has said he's got podcasts. He said he's got sources. He said he's got. I just don't understand. And as he said, they're all her words. I shouldn't even be back, but that's what happens. Right. Sorry. Well, yes. Hello, Winter Spurs. Sorry. This is just gone. This is just stuffed up on me. My computer is not very happy. She probably will blame somebody. So she's there. So we know she's not very happy. So she's not very happy about what Todd Chrisley said about her and her husband. Right. I don't think she was laughing. Look at Rakita Law's Twitter. He's not happy. I don't think he's very happy either. Now, he was saying, I know that I saw something that he posted about the fact that, about the Michael Long issue, and that when he interviewed him, that there was no arrest warrant out. And he was saying, and essentially he was saying that it's sad because it looks like there's innocent children wrapped up in this. And he really, if what Michael Long was saying was true, he wouldn't blame him, you know. And don't forget, I mean, there's allegations. Todd Chrisley, she hasn't mentioned anything about what Roadhog said to her, that she had 20 hours to remove the strike, otherwise he was taking legal action against her. So she's could actually have her hands full. Then I heard someone else say that it could mean that she's breached the settlement, and if it's deemed that she's found not to tell the truth, that Tidy could take it back up with her too. I don't know. I really don't know. There's just lots of rumours out there at the moment. She did want attention. No, well, he just said that. Roadhog said he doesn't care about the money. It's about the principle of the thing, and he doesn't need the YouTube money at the end of the day. And he said it won't cost him anything because he'll just deliver a shipment to Minnesota. And the other lawsuit coming to her soon besides Todd will shock you. Well, it's interesting because Steve McRae's hinted at something about another lawsuit as well. So I'm assuming I'm making an assumption it's coming from one of the people that she's accused falsely. And This is why you shouldn't be making accusations about people. I mean, you can't make statements about somebody's sexuality. Look what she's done to the Duggars. Can't even spell Rakita Law. R-E-I-R-E-K. So that's my assumption, but Steve McRae's hinted that there was something coming. So that there could be another one coming. So she could be very, very busy. You can't say who it is, but it is coming. Yeah. I mean, there could be, technically, there could be several people that could sue her. I mean, if you saw Erin's stream today, she's actually had a friend in law enforcement talk about who did some searching on some of the emails that she got and was showing that it's a bit of a dead end. And so she was sort of saying that probably the FBI, that it's all just, she's just guessing, allegedly. So, allegedly. Yes, everything's alleged. Go do your own research is what I say to people. Well, the only winner is going to be her lawyer. It's funny how that out of that whole podcast, she's taken about the thing about neo-Nazis. She didn't take the fact that not liking it. If she hasn't taken exception to the fact that he said that Todd was a defunct musician, she didn't take exception to that. She took exception to the fact that they were accused of being, that Todd was accused of being a neo-Nazi. That's what she took exception to. But wasn't the channel, didn't the channel have that they were with have white supremacists, whites as links? No. Oh dear, we've got the conversation going now. Oh really? But here we go. Here's the conversation. Oh, looks like she's hidden some of the reports. Of course. So have a look at this. Oh. Someone says Steve has a PhD in Wikipedia. Maybe he should teach his followers in Wikipedia. I'll give him a hand. It won't be too difficult to find. And then someone says, for those who want to learn about for those who want to learn to know and learn more about Norse mythology, there's this. So, and she's retweeted that too, by the way, about North. So she's really going on about this neo-nut. So that's obviously going to be her rant today about the symbols of Norse mythology. See, she's retweeted it. I have a daggers to. I love my Norse and Swedish heritage and would love to cover my body in more important symbols. I was admiring Todd's neckline in your live stream. The only reason I haven't is for fear that so many symbols are misunderstood. So there you go. You think she protests about... Oh. So that's what her whole thing's on at the moment. The Norse mythology. Yeah, I'm not so. But the thing is that for most people, they see it as their SWAT sticker, and it's just not. And what that means to people. I mean, she can stand there and say, "Oh, the SWAT sticker is Norse mythology," but if you're a Jew that was have descendants who were in Germany and spent, that means a whole different thing. You have to respect the fact that people see symbols differently. Well, it is. And the thing is, she's not being sensitive. Oh, you do have. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to set up one of my cash envelopes for a new computer, I think, because my laptop's not coping very well. And considering I'm going to probably have to do all my recording on this computer, it's not happy. It's all toads fight. No, it's not. She said it's please stop using sources made up of people who lie and spread ridiculous rumors about me and my hubby. So it's everybody else's fault. It's got nothing to do with the fact that, and the thing is, why didn't she say that his music's not bad? Is she acknowledging that it's not good? Well, there are 15, at least there's 15 other rules. You don't have to use that symbol. My mum says Jewish mum's grandparents escaped concentration camps, so it's sad. Well, that's right. And so her argument about Nazi because it's North mythology, you've got to respect that. So that's all I'm saying. And you could always use a different symbol. Perhaps she should be busy taking care of little Toad and less time tweeting. Could you imagine? I mean, yeah, I just don't get it. But we knew that she would wake up and she would be talking about it. We knew she would wake up and it would trigger her. So, sweet tea, you don't have to. It's okay. But I do appreciate everything. I do appreciate it. So, it is appreciated. You all just blow me away sometimes you know, I get stuff. I sometimes get stuff in my PayPal and stuff. And I got a new member yesterday, and I didn't even know because it doesn't show up on my screen. And he's not here tonight. But, you know, sometimes, you know, people join and all that helps. And so it's really appreciative. I don't, granted, things, it's not intentional. Yeah, I probably would be, I think I'm probably going to get an iMac because I've got the Mac. Because the Mac, the music software that I use is only Mac compatible. So I'd be looking for an iMac with big hard drive so that I can store my music on it. 99 from 99 cents, Marmaduke. $0.99 Australian, sorry, 99 cents US, $1.49 Australian a month. I'm just seeing whether Ralphie's going to work for me. I don't think I've even got any mods here, have I? Yeah. Oh, Kim's here. So like my hard drive's big, huh? Kim, can you put exclamation mark join? To get a Windows computer for work. I hate it. All my personal stuff is Apple. It's funny. This is my first Apple. So I paid $500 for this secondhand Mac. I think it's 2012 for university. And it's just gone. And when we had to go remote, I realized how inadequate it was. But I've still been able to do it. Oh no! Let's see if that. I'm just seeing if I can get Ralph to work. Ralph, do your job. No, don't go Mac. No, it's going to be I join. Exclamation join. I think shops. Apple is expensive, but they. Yeah, look, there's a few people getting rid of their iMacs, and they're about, you know, I can. Yeah, that should be that. Hopefully, that should work. If Ralph's working. I'm just going to check his maybe it's, I don't know what it is. You don't see any way to join on this stream. I'm just trying to get the link for you, Marmaduke. So members, 20% discount from my shop. I'm working on more stuff for the shop, but at the moment, I'm actually also working on, I've got to work on a portfolio, a musical portfolio. They told us that we've got to put 3 years worth of music on, our 3 years of music that we've studied. Oh, you know what? Hasn't even, he's not even logged in. Has he been working? Has Ralph been working? I've got an iPad that's old. If there's a competition. Oh, really? With Kogan. See, Kogan has, in fact, I got this MacBook I got this Mac Pro, and it actually has a CD drive in it, because when I do my teaching, I need to play a CD. So I needed a CD drive. So you've only seen Ralph once. I've discovered he hasn't been logged in. Do I want you to be vulgar? Oh, that's funny. Do you want me to be vulgar to see if I can get him? That's one way to get him. That's hilarious. Anyway, my understanding that this should be join, and then I've got, yeah, there's a few little commands that we put in. So I did. That's all right. I'm just trying to wake Ralph up. I did take it to Computer Shop and to ask whether it could be here we go. He should be working in a minute. To see whether anything, whether they could ramp it up a bit, but apparently in it that's well. No, according to this, this hasn't been done. Oh, I lost everything. I'm trying to reprogram the chat. Oh no, here we go. This hopefully should work now. Wait, Kogan, you put things in the cart, wait till lunchtime tomorrow. So, you know what? Wrong command. Hello, Tracy. How are you? This should be it. Choir. That is the command. There we go. Marmaduke, there's the link. And then we've got rules. I don't know a lot, but they used to be expensive. Yeah, Macs are still expensive. So this 2012. Oh, thank you, Kim. This is a 12,000, and apparently I was talking to, he said that he had a 2012 MacBook Pro upgraded to a new one, and he actually went back to his 2012. He just liked it better, but yeah, it's just not liking. Oh, that's pretty good, Tracy. Must be very exciting. He's been overseas, hasn't he? It must be very exciting. So anyway, this is a 2012 MacBook Pro, and as I said, I've beefed it up as much as I can. It's just, but anyway. Yep. Oh, and then I'll be like Katie Joy. I can have an iMac. Look, I actually wasn't a fan of iMac, and as I said, I only got it for university, but I do see the benefits. I do see that it can do stuff that I can't. However, what I will say is that I have all the Windows programs on it. So I have, Office 365, because that's what the university uses. So, yeah, so I've got this one. Make sure so this is the sub button. Subscribe to the channel. We've got rules. We've got join is choir. And if you want to go shopping, oh, welcome, Marmaduke. Thank you for joining. See, I don't get unless somebody acknowledges it. I can use a PC and run Mac software. Or see, I might be able to do that. And then I've got a shop button as well. Oh, it's so exciting to hear that your husband's back. Back, okay. So now I'm in lockdown phase. I will now have to try and work out how to make t-shirts. No, I don't have Patreon. I used to, Tracy. I used to have a Patreon, but I know that they take less money. but I have enough trouble keeping up with one lot of membership stuff that I just decided to cut the Patreon. I just don't have time to give everybody their stuff. I don't usually join because... Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that your cats are sick. That's why I tried to make it really cheap as well. Yeah. So thank you very much. But so for the ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, is yeah, Patreon's a big commitment. I know that some people do it, and I guess if I was doing it full time, I would probably do Patreon, and that. But yeah, it's very hard to keep up. Yeah. However, 7 days in lockdown, I do have time. It's just I'm in lockdown all the time. My plan for lockdown is actually to knock out as many of my assignments as I can. So that's what my plan is. So if you've been following my music journey, particularly as I've been uploading it on my website, that's going to get updated, and there'll be a few more demos. I've done a demo of Amazing Grace. I've done another version of Over the Rainbow, which I'm very happy with. And oh, she's just done a rant on Instagram. And I did Climb Every Mountain as well from Sound of Music. So and then she's saying, then she said on Twitter, it's sad. Todd is Swedish, Norwegian, and Chippewa. I don't know why people are so ignorant. Oh, is it your birthday, Kino? Oh, and the twins' birthday. Is it your birthday, Kino? Yeah. Climb Every Mountain is actually a tribute to my grandma. So what my major project is to release an EP. So I've decided to do some of my grandma's favorite songs because she's 91 with dementia. And so, your niece and nephew on Tuesday. Okay. And so what I've decided to do is take some of her favorite songs and record them. But she used to sing Climb Every Mountain. She used to sing Climb Every Mountain as a solo. So I will do that. So yeah, I think she's going to have a tanty. I've got you all saying tanty. All right. So this is what she said. My husband is not a Nazi. Listening to a reality star call him a Nazi is abhorrent. I'm going to say it again. I am not being told what to say or do. I am not interested in fighting or engaging, but you are. But using the platform to call my husband a Nazi or white supremacist is wrong. Norse mythology existed before the Nazi. Runes are the ancient alphabet. We support and love everyone. We accept all people, and we are not racist. I'm sick of addressing this rumor over and over, but it's clear that people that lie and mislead to try and ruin me are filtering bad info to certain people to try and smear me. The rumors are false, and the result is always the same. People realize it's a lie. So there you go. So she's not very happy. Well, that's right. What's the difference between that and her talking about someone being gay? from that famous American folk. Oh, I could do. Wait till after I've graduated. I need to graduate first. Oh. So what's going to be on my website initially is just a lot of demos, and then I was hoping, I don't know whether he called her a Nazi. He was on the, you're going to back onto Minecraft. What did she say here? She had another one. Well, that's what I'm saying. She's got to start doing that. Oh, here we go. You have Canadian Indigenous, which is 1/16, and I don't get around trying to get money. So it says, so someone says, about the tattoo, the only reason I feared so many symbols are misunderstood. It's sad. Todd is Swedish, Norwegian, and Chippewa. I don't understand why people are so ignorant. What a great heritage. It makes me sad too. My dad is first generation Norwegian and Swedish. His folks having immigrated from those two countries to escape the Nazis. So she's not very happy. I'd say she's listened to it. But she's blaming everybody else for feeding that information to Todd. She hasn't addressed the fact that he said, cough up your sauce. Cough up your tomato sauce. She hasn't done that. So anyway. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing over the 7 days. I'm also doing, the other one that I've done is Amazing Grace. I've done Amazing Grace as well. One is racist, one is racist, one in prejudice, but the difference is so small. Yeah. And I've done I've done Amazing Grace as well. So those demos will go up probably when I go to bed tonight. I'll put them up tonight. And you can have a listen to them. Tell me what you think. I'm interested to getting some feedback because, and I've also decided I'm actually going to make the album free. So you'll be able to, when the album's done, because I'm doing recording, so I'm going to learn how to mix and master my own stuff. Yeah, Christy said these supports, yeah. When I've mixed and mastered it and everything, I'm going to release it and it will be free to everybody. So, and I'll just leave a button that you can donate. No, I haven't done anything from Rent or Fiddler as yet. But my singing teacher is a music theatre specialist. So I have no doubt that I can get them all. Yeah. So you'll be able to download that if you want to. Oh, look, I'm Scottish and German. On one side, and I'm UK on the other side. So my mum's family came out of the UK. My dad's grandmother was German, and his grandfather was Scottish. What a great mix! What a great mix there, hey? German and Scottish. And my children's father, his ancestors came on the First Fleet. So whenever my son used to be naughty, I used to say, that's your father's convict side coming out at you. So whenever they do something, I go, that's the convict side of you. German and Scottish Irish. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Your convict heritage. But then, and so that's from their grandmother, their father's mother, but on that, no, yeah, and their father's father is Scottish. So again, we've come back to Scottish. So they're quite dominant in the Scottish heritage. But my great grandmother was German, so I haven't got the story as to how that went. And that was from my dad's side. My dad's mum's side was English. I have at least one convict in the family tree. Yeah. Yeah, well, this ancestor was on the all-female ship and managed to get pregnant on the one. By the time she got to Australia, she was expecting a baby. And it is believed that the father of the baby fathered many children. He was obviously a long boat ride and he got bored. There's nothing to do on that. There was nothing to do on that ship. Oh, wow. Seriously, considering my further opportunity in that. Wow, cool. That would be good. There was no Twitter or no, there were no phones and there were no TVs. You had to entertain yourself somehow, hey? And there was... So, yeah, so it was an all-female ship. So she got arrested. She actually got sent to Australia because she bought a loaf of bread that apparently was stolen. And so the colony would have good stock. Well, yeah, that would actually make sense why they would do that. But anyway, so my kids are really I say that they're really, they go back to the first fleet. I don't know how I got here. Sorry, I don't know how my ancestors got here, but we know how some of their ancestors got here. But my daughter actually had to do something about the convicts, and so she just, I don't know, something came up. They were trying to do, you had to look up your family history. So she decided to do some family history and worked out this whole story, and it was interesting because she was the only one in her class that had convicts. So the whole class were really interested in the whole convict story. So anyway, I'm going to head off now because, as I said, I really didn't have much to do. This was a surprise stream. I was going to just chill, but then I heard the Quizly stuff. So just expect, I know how I got here. I paid attention in 6 ed. Some of mine seem not to want to talk about it. One set came over to whom the pedo for the Browner name is Irish. Isn't it really interesting, though, to find out the background of where your families come from? Because at some point, where we are now, we've all arrived from somewhere. I mean, even at one point, the whole world was joined together and it broke apart, hence why Australia is an island, Well, that's what I learnt. That it all just broke away. So that was really interesting. Check and polish. Nice. Anyway, so I'm going to catch it all later. So tonight, anyway, I will be around for the next 7 days because I'm in lockdown. But yeah, keeping an eye on, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because you can keep an eye on when I upload the recordings. The ones that go onto YouTube will generally, I won't edit them. They will go up as raw. They're demos. They're supposed to be, I'm not editing them. There will be final edits for later on. But you'll hear, and I think it's good sometimes for you to see the process that goes behind the songs. Because there is a moment where I go, oh, I'm not thinking. And he goes, I don't want you to think, I just want you to sing. You know, there's moments like that, or there's moments where I keep messing up a part and we have to keep doing it over and over and over again. And I think that's really good, because when you hear the final product, you actually have followed the journey of it. So anyway, thank you all for watching. So we'll see what, I guess we just wait now to see the spiral. Yeah, thanks for coming. Not a problem, Jenna Sweet Tea. Said my daughter made other arrangements and just messaged me and said she said, don't worry about it, I've got it sorted out. All right, catch you all later.